Hey guys, Ashley here, also known as the HD Plan. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to talk about my favorite teen drama love triangles. Me personally, these are my favorite. These are the love triangles to me that I was just really intrigued by. Not just teen drama. There's one love triangle in here that is not from a teen drama show. But I'm not going to say this is necessarily the best love triangles. There's only a few in here that are like really iconic. The other ones were just really good to me. I did enjoy them. At first the list was really long. I had a really longer list, but when I ran it by my sister, she was like, some of these weren't even like, some of the little triangles I did put on the list, they weren't expanded on. They weren't expanded on. They weren't really consistent throughout. And with me, I think what makes a good love triangle is keeping it consistent. And I feel like some of the love triangles on my list, they weren't really consistent, so I had to shorten it. So on the paper, I have eight love triangles that I've written out and that I really enjoyed. So let's get to them. Coming in number 8 as one of my favorite love triangles is Ricky, Amy, and Ben. I know a lot of people are going to say it wasn't a love triangle. At first, I thought it wasn't a love triangle, but when I go back and watch the show, it is definitely a love triangle. It really started in like season 3, because Ben got Adrian pregnant, and Ben is still trying to have his cake and eat it too by being together with Amy. And you can really tell that Ben, he still wants Amy. He's really upset about the fact that Amy can fall for a guy like Ricky. And like Ben is like really, really obsessed with Amy in a way that is just like stalkerish, and we need to call 911. I think with me, what I really love about this love triangle is that it was always drama. It was always drama. It was always back and forth action. And like I feel like especially in season 5, the writers were trying to unnecessarily try to put Amy and Ben back together, which I couldn't do without. Her and Ben never had any convincing chemistry. They were not it. They were not it. And I just didn't care for it. Me personally, I thought the little triangle was very entertaining and had a lot of drama, and it was consistent throughout the show. Coming number 7 is Blair, Chuck, and Nate. This is a no-brainer. I feel like I had to put this here, even though I feel like Blair going back to Chuck, not Chuck, Blair going back to Nate in season 2 was very, very unnecessary, but I understand why they did it, because we still need to keep things between Chuck and Blair as extent as possible. I could understand this in season 1, but in season 2, it was completely unnecessary. You could have put Blair with someone else, not Nate. I personally enjoyed the love triangle a lot more in season 1 than I did in season 2, because in season 1 it actually made sense. In season 2 it made no sense to me that Blair would go back to Nate. That seemed like an scapegoat. That seemed like Blair just did it because she just was bored, and it made no sense to me. Her and Nate never had any convincing chemistry, and I don't know, I was just never a Blair and Nate shipper. I don't know if anyone out there is. They had no chemistry, and the shit was always boring, and the writers just kept them together for way too long. But this love triangle, what I personally love is the drama. I love the drama. I love the fact that Blair honestly thinks that she needs to make a choice when there's no choice to be made. Nate is not a option, so she don't need to be confused because Chuck is the only option here. But I would say with this love triangle, what I love is I love the back and forth, and I love the drama, and it's stupid how oblivious Nate is towards her feelings towards Chuck. Like, he's just so stupid. But I'll tell you that it's an iconic love triangle from Gossip Girl. I don't think you can miss it. I don't think you can make a love triangle list without putting Blair, Chuck, and Nate on this list. With me personally, what I personally love about the love triangle was that it was always drama, and these 3 characters, maybe not Nate, but Chuck and Blair, they were definitely well developed, and I feel like it was just another latch on their love story, which I'm all for. Coming number 6 is Nate, Jenny, and Vanessa. Me personally, I like this love triangle a lot more over the Chuck, Blair, and Nate one. I feel like with this one, it was very unique. It was I cannot say it. It was very great. I would just say that the Little Triangle was very great. I feel like Nate and Jenny were a missed opportunity, like hell. I don't understand why the writers and Gossip Girl were just so scared of their potential. It was just so crazy to me that they did not want Nate and Jenny together. I feel like what held this Little Triangle back was that they just dropped it and they could have kept it going. Because him and Vanessa, their relationship didn't get any screen time. I did not care for it. And they could have kept it going. Like, they really could have kept it going. Like, the fact that Nate wouldn't give Jenny a second chance because of what she did to Vanessa at the Winter Ball, but he's willing to give Vanessa a second chance after this bitch just admitted to you that she stole Jenny's letter out of petty reasons. Like, what? But she's ready for a second chance? No, that don't even make no sense to me. Like, I understand that he had feelings for Vanessa originally and that she stayed away from him because of the whole casting situation and that he ended up falling for Jenny. And I thought they should have kept him and Jenny going. I feel like the Little Triangle still should have been a thing. Like, I feel like he should have still been confused between which and which. But I think what held him and Jenny back was the age gap. I mean, I love the scenes with him and Jenny. I thought they were cute for what I saw. They had chemistry. I just feel like the writers were really scared of the potential. Him and Vanessa, the relationship was boring and got no screen time. They had zero chemistry, and like they said they broke up, and I don't even remember them breaking up. So I was just like, what a waste. But this Little Triangle had good chemistry. I love that it challenged Jenny and Vanessa's friendship, and I think that they could have kept it going. They dropped it way too soon, in my opinion. Coming in number 5 is the only Little Triangle that is not from a teen drama show, and that is Rick, Lori, and Shane from The Walking Dead. This is probably one of the most underrated Little Triangles I have ever seen. No one talks about this Little Triangle enough, in my opinion. Rick, Lori, and Shane, this Little Triangle gave what it needed to give. This Little Triangle, first of all, I don't shoot Lori with either one of these men. She don't deserve Rick, first of all. And Shane was delusional. Shane was pussy whipped. Shane was stupid. Like, Shane really let Lori just confuse him and manipulate his feelings to the fact that he really thought Rick was the enemy. And he really couldn't see the fact that Lori was just playing him. She was playing him from the beginning. The fact that she had an affair with him and then she easily didn't want him to say anything, it's like she played you. And like the fact that she wanted to keep the charade up with Rick as if like she's just this devoted wife, and she's not devoted. She has no devotion in her body. She did not deserve Rick. All the lying and cheating and just the manipulation. Lori put the knife in Rick's hands. Lori wanted Shane and Rick to fight. She wanted that. She wanted them to fight over her love. She wanted them to fight over her. And like she blew the fuck out of me in season 3, trying to play victim and acting like he hates me. I put the knife in his hands. Yeah, bitch, you did. How about that? You did. You pretty much manipulated him into killing his best friend, and then you look at him like some fucking devil when it's done. But he didn't do it for you. He did it because Shane tried to kill him. First of all, bitch. I don't like Lori. I plan on doing a video about her and why I don't like her, so y'all be prepared. But I don't like Lori. I feel like she was playing both sides. She was leading them both on. When Rick not there, who she all up on? Shane. When Rick is there, who she all up on? Rick. Like, she was definitely playing sides, and I didn't like that. Like, girl. And then this hoe got the nerve to get pregnant and don't even know who the baby daddy is. Like, you nasty as fuck. Like, ugh. Lori blows me. This Little Triangle had great drama. The stuff between Rick and Shane was amazing. The stuff with Shane and Lori, that stuff was good too. Like them whispering in the background and acting hella oblivious not oblivious. Like you could obviously tell there was an affair going on, because why are her and Shane always whispering in dark corners? Why are they always having private conversations? And like not only that, why are they having conversations out in the open about their past? That doesn't make sense to me. The scene where him and Lori was in the house and she said, I told Rick, And he said, you told Rick what? She said about us, and he talked about that's not true. He said what we had was real. I'm thinking like he's talking like really loud, like no one hears this conversation. Like why are they having this conversation out in the open where everyone can hear? That doesn't make sense to me. I guess they're not trying to hide anything. But I loved all of it. The drama was really good. And me personally, Lori didn't deserve either one of them. Not saying that Shane is this knight in shining armor. She definitely didn't deserve Rick. But if Shane was a little smarter and less manipulated by love, he would have known that Lori played him and Lori just used him for convenience. But he was so pussy whipped by Lori that he couldn't tell. He just couldn't see that. He thought Rick was really the enemy. And to me, I'm just like, what? So, yeah. I love the Rick, Lori, and Shane love triangle. I think it's very underrated. I don't think a lot of people put enough respect on it, on how iconic it was. And that's just how I feel. I thought it was really good. Cover number 4 is Billy, Jeremiah, and Conrad. This love triangle, even though the Summer I Turned Pretty is not finished, this one has easily made its way up into one of my personal favorites because it was so good. The stuff between Billy, Conrad, and Jeremiah is very gravitating. It's very nerve-wracking. You have to pay attention to it. Your eyes will be glued to the screen. I think Billy chose the right person, as in Jeremiah. I was a Billy and Jeremiah shipper when I first started watching. I understand. I'm not going too deep with this because I've already made a video about the Summer I Turned Pretty. So if you want to know my opinions on her and Conrad or anything like that, go watch the video on my channel. But Billy definitely chose the right person, which in Jeremiah. I was over her and Conrad in season 2. I was over Conrad as a person, honestly. I don't like Conrad. I think Billy can do better than someone who don't know how he feel about her. He changes his mind every 5 minutes. He's moody. He's not consistent with his feelings. Like he don't know what the fuck he wants. One minute he's lovey-dovey and he wants her. Next minute he's annoyed by her and he wants to do something different. It's like, leave me the fuck alone. That's how you feel. I don't have time for your inconsistency in this relationship. And like Conrad is really an asshole, and I just feel like mostly what it was with Billy was infatuation. She had these fantasies about what a relationship with Conrad would be like, and I feel like they were cute in the little flashbacks in season 2. They were cute, but I just feel like Conrad wasted her time. If he knew that his mom was dying and he wanted to focus more on that, then why would you kiss her at the beach? Why? Like she said, I want to be here for you. I want you to talk to me. Do you have any idea how it feels when you can't come to me and I'm your girlfriend? Like, that's really insulting. And she has a close relationship with his mom. It isn't like she don't know his mother. She knows Susanna. Susanna was like a second mother to Billy. I don't know. I think Conrad was really a jerk for acting Billy out like that in season 2. And breaking up with her on prom, jerk. Jerk. Just a huge jerk. This love triangle does a great job by building the three of them up and making you choose a side. There are a lot of Conrad and Billy shippers. Me personally, I don't get the appeal. Outside the fact that they were cute and they have good chemistry, but it's nothing spectacular. Her and Jeremiah have the superior moments and the superior chemistry. And I just think Jeremiah is just a better fit for Billy. He listens. He's consistent about his feelings. He doesn't change his feelings every 2 minutes like Conrad. I just think Jeremiah is just a better fit, in my opinion. Okay, say what you want, but I'm over her and Conrad. And if season 3 they put her and Conrad back together, I'm going to be so pissed. It wouldn't even be funny. So I actually really love this love triangle. It gives you great drama. It gives you a lot of depth. And it really gives you a team to choose for Billy, in my opinion. Coming number 3 is Craig, Ashley, and Manny. This is probably the only real good love triangle in Degrassi. I honestly really love this love triangle. I thought it was really good. If I had to say like one little nitpick is that I wish Ashley was more involved in it. Ashley didn't really get involved in it until like the holiday episodes, and that's pretty much it. But Ashley exists. Sorry, but she's not really involved in the Love Triangle. It's mostly just Manny and Craig, and oh my god, I do not get people who ship Manny and Craig because everything between them was just not right. It was not right. Manny was such a pick me over Craig. Like, she really wanted this boy. She was gonna fight tooth and nail to get with this boy, and she was gonna let nobody stand in her way in getting with Craig. And for everybody who say Craig was a bad guy, him and Manny were both wrong, I'm not gonna elaborate on it. Manny literally waited her. She literally was there the whole night, waiting in bait for her opportunity to get Craig alone. And what happened? He went right back to Ashley. Oh my gosh, Manny was really stupid, and Craig was wrong for cheating on Ashley if he really wanted to be with Manny, but I don't think it was really wanted to be with Manny. I think it was because Manny was just giving up sex. That's really what it was. I just think it was because Manny was just really giving him what he wanted because he is a teenager boy. Come on. There's like a 99% chance that some teenager boys will not pressure you, but I think Craig really wanted to, I don't know, be with somebody who isn't afraid to make out and things like that. And I think Manny was willing to put out, and Ashley wasn't. But this Love Triangle is iconic nonetheless, and I love it. This is probably the best storyline in the whole season 3, in the whole season of season 3, in my opinion. So, coming number 2 is Stefan, Elena, and Damon. I absolutely love this Love Triangle. I think it went on for way too long in season 4, and I never really felt like the writers were like planning on ending it, because it felt like in season 5 and 6 that it just like it just like kept going. Like in season 5 they were doing that strange storyline with building up Stefan and Elena. I did not understand what they were doing. I feel like Delana should not have went on as long as it did. I feel like her and Damon should have gotten like one whole season together, and the relationship should have ended like after season 5. Damon and Elena should not have ended up together, in my opinion. It just, nothing about it just seemed right, but the writers were so obsessed with keeping Delana together, and I don't understand it. Me personally, Delana was my Roman Empire. I love Stelena. Some people might think they were boring. I don't care. I love Stelena. I don't know why. Why would a toxic relationship help build you up? That makes like no sense to me. It takes some of the points people point out. How would a toxic relationship make you into a better person? How would a toxic relationship make you understand yourself more? Understand what? Your toxic side? That makes like no sense to me when people say that. Elena should be grateful that a guy like Stefan would be with her. Everybody wished that there was more guys like Stefan out there, who was nice, genuine, considerate, and loving, and understanding, and passionate. Shit, if I find a guy like Stefan, I'll cherish him to the day I'm gonna fucking die. There would be no looking at no guy like Damon or whoopity woppity woo. The fuck? Elena let a good thing get away, period. This Little Triangle gave us great drama, really great back and forth, and like really great scenes between the both between Stefan, Elena, and Elena and Damon. With me personally, I feel like Elena chose the wrong person. In my opinion, everybody knows on my channel that I'm a Elena shipper, and I'm not changing my mind. I think Damon and Elena, they have potential, but the writers ruined all of that in season 4. After season 4, I just couldn't really get with it. And it's not even season 4. It's like Damon, his failed redemption arc all around. Like, he never had a real redemption arc. I never bought into it. So yeah, they chose the wrong person for them to end up with, to this day. Coming in number 1 as the best teen drama love triangle, and scratch that, not the best teen drama love triangle, the best love triangle on TV, period, that has ever aired on TV. And that's the love triangle between Lucas, Peyton, and Brooke. This love triangle gave us some of the best scenes, some of the best back and forth, some of the best drama, and I mean, what? How much more iconic can you get with this love triangle? This is a really, really great love triangle. Lucas chose the right person. Like he chose Peyton. I was always a Lathan shipper. I was never a Lucas and Brooke shipper. Like I said, I'm not gonna elaborate on their relationship because I did that so many times on this channel. I will pass out if I keep talking about the relationship, literally. Um, but yeah, he chose the right person. I was just so over him and Brooke. I was over it, over it, over it, over it, over it, over it. I was so done with them. It was time to move on. It was time to drop it. It was time to get the fuck over it. I was more into him and Peyton, and I was happy that the writers chose him and Peyton. I don't care about through all the ups and downs. Him and Peyton had a superior moment. They had a superior chemistry, and it was just time to put them together. And season 4 was the time. I'm like, it is time, and it was time. So, I mean, he chose the right person, and him and Peyton ended up having a happy ever after. And then they left One Tree Hill, and hopefully they're doing great. Only unless that reboot comes out, and they tell us that Peyton and Lucas got a divorce, which really pissed me off because I didn't just spend 4 seasons of a show, well, actually 6 seasons of a show trying to get them to see if they can get together, and then you make them get divorced. That's ridiculous to me, and I'm not buying into that. But I really did love this love triangle. I thought it was good. It had great drama, and it was just good. It was never a point to me where it ever got bad or the writers ran out of ideas. To me, I feel like in season 2, though, I feel like they didn't, like him and Lucas and Peyton didn't have a lot of scenes in season 2, and I think a lot of that had to do with people wanting Lucas and Brooke to be back together again. Him and Brooke always had great chemistry. I'm not denying that once. I think Chad and Sophie did have great chemistry. Him and Brooke and Lucas had their cute moments, but to me, they just weren't in game. I just never saw it working. Never. I just never ever saw it working out. Me personally, if they would have focused more on the love triangle season 2 and not have put Payne and Jake together, I don't think they would have had to do that all over again in season 3. But I'm not mad at it. I can understand that we need to give Peyton another love interest, but they didn't have to keep her and Lucas away from each other to do that. Like literally, her and Lucas barely interacted in season 2. That shit kept me up at night. Like, what? How can you not have them interact this much? That made no sense to me. But anyway, like I said, this little triangle developed all 3 characters great. It had great drama, great moments, and moments you would never forget about. So yeah, those are my top 8 favorite love triangles of all time. Let me know yours in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.